Working on glass bottles is absolutely fun, and this one was a very interesting project. Welcome back to my channel, friends. This side Sonia here, and thank you so much for joining in. Do subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so that you do not miss out any of our updates. Now, let's start with this tutorial. So here I am using my gesso plus my modeling paste. Yes, you guys must be like, Sonia has gone crazy, but this is one of the most interesting way of having a nice bit of textury work on your base with gesso. So instead of doing any stencil work, I just thought of doing a rough patch with my modeling paste. So here I have added my gesso and my modeling paste, and with my Anukul brush I am giving a nice coat of brush work on my complete bottle. Now if you will see, I'm not going to do the very fine brushing work here. Why? Because I want this to look very rustic, very natural, so that's the reason. Otherwise, if you want a very nice soft look, you can go for sponge daubers, but I prefer it this way because they look absolutely nice and amazing. Of course, it depends on the kind of theme you are looking for. Now here the ratio of my modeling paste and my gesso is like gesso was 2 and my modeling paste was 1 in proportion. You can just customize that as per your requirement. I have listed all the supplies down in the video description box with the links to buy them so that it's easier for you guys. So stay at home, enjoy shopping, and be safe, guys. Now one of the very basic questions which I have been asked every time: can we use acrylic paint for this? No, absolutely no. I know earlier I have tried out, but trust me, over the time it comes out completely. So you need to prep up your base with the gesso. That's very important. Otherwise, just in case if you guys want to know about the series of supplies whatever we can use, you can check my YouTube channel. I have posted a lot of detailed video about each and every supplies of the craft, what we use in the decoupage and mixed media. That will be really helpful. Now till my base is drying out, here I have picked up my decoupage tissue. Trust me, it's been ages that I have worked with the tissues because I have been playing around with a lot of transfer sheets and a lot of decoupage papers. So इस बेचारे का time तो बहुत time बाद आया है. So here I'm just trying to tear off the napkin as nicely as I can, but I just went back to my brush water technique. I have been so used to this technique that it is much more easier for me. So the brush water technique is super easy. Take your Anukul brush, dip it in water, and just create a border around the design what you want, and once you are happy, trim it down, and tada, it is done. Just make sure that you dry up your napkin before removing the plies so that it does not get damaged. And second thing, please do make sure that your napkins have dried out really well before start applying on it. Now one thing, whenever you are using your decoupage napkins, you need to make sure that you remove the plies. But with the decoupage papers and like the other stuff, you really don't have to remove any plies. So yeah, but all of these have their own pros and cons. Now with the help of my heat gun, I will be drying up these napkins and removing the plies later on. Again, one more question which I have been asked a lot of times: can we use heat gun? Can we use use heat gun, or can we use our hair dryer? Friends, hair dryer and heat guns are completely two different things. Please do make sure that you use your heat guns. It really saves a lot of time, and like I know this is a quick video what you are saying, but it actually took me almost 40-50 minutes, and I could do this in 40-50 minutes because of the heat gun. Otherwise it would have taken me at least 5-6 hours to make this bottle. So yes, that's the reason heat gun is really important. Now with the help of my decoupage glue, I am going to stick my decoupage napkins. Guys, whatever the supplies I'm using in this video is mentioned in the video description box. You can check that, and I'm sure that will be really helpful. Now whenever I am sticking up my decoupage napkins, I try to stick them with a generous amount of decoupage glue so that it's easier and it sticks well. And of course you need to be a little generous when you are using your adhesive. Now what is decoupage glue and what is varnish? I know this is a basic question which has been asked by almost everyone on my YouTube channel. So varnish is a sealer, decoupage glue or Mod Podge are adhesive. So this is the basic thing what I can tell you right now. Of course, I have done a detailed video. Check that, browse that, listen to that complete video, watch that complete video. You will know that what is the difference between the Mod Podge, the decoupage glue and the varnish, and why both of them are equally important when you are doing your mixed media and your decoupage art. So likewise, I'm going to stick my napkins in bits and pieces on my complete bottle. Now, why I'm doing it in bits and pieces? Because I had planned to do color blending in this bottle. So that is the reason I just thought of having some random birds cutouts on this bottle, and that should look great. Of course, I'll do my massive stamping also, which you will be seeing. Just in case if you guys don't know, massive stamping, which I have been using for almost 5-6 years now, I completely vouch for that, and I completely trust it that it is going to make your project look absolutely fab. So do check that also. And yes, now whenever you are doing your decoupage work, you need to make sure that after every layer, your layer of work, it is drying out completely. Otherwise you won't be able to move on to the next project. Honestly, when I was doing this one, I actually kind of ruined my project, this one. But then I was quick to realize that I had done and skipped one of the parts, which you will not be able to realize in this video. So this project was actually done in one of my Facebook live sessions. I'll post that link. Also do check that live session. It's of 30-35 minutes, but then you will be able to realize that how I did this complete project, how much time did it took me to do that, what were the exactly process, and what was the mistake what I did. Of course, sharing that same project here, that complete video doesn't make sense, so I'll share that link, you can check that. And yes, I still do a lot of mistakes with my project. I still do a lot of goof ups. So yeah, I'm still learning. I still feel that I have a lot many things to learn from this, especially when you're working with your decoupage tissues. It's a little difficult to come up with a perfect project. At least for me, it is really difficult. So I just keep on trying out. I always say this, that keep on trying with the hands, with your keep on trying your hands on your project, and I'm sure you guys are going to be able to create something really beautiful. Of course, practice helps us to improve. There's a lot of scope every time to learn something new. I just keep on playing around with different supplies. I know many people come and they tell me, हमने एक बार gesso ले लिया, now we are done. No, it is not that way. Once you have taken the gesso, then you also need to try your hands on modeling paste. You need to try hands on granules. You need to try hands on decoupage papers. There is a lot of supplies in the market which we do not even realize, but they play a very important role whenever we are doing our artwork. Now here I am sealing my tissues with the varnish. So varnish, whenever I use, I do make sure that I apply generous amount of varnish, because I I'm absolutely in love with varnish. I really don't know why, but I love it like anything. So I just try to make sure that I have generous amount of varnish on my projects. Now here for my color blending, I'm taking the chalk paint. So these are the 3-4 different shades. You can choose the shades as per your requirement. Now I really wanted to highlight my birds and the decoupage napkin. So I'm taking the chalk paints and adding a bit of water to it and just dabbing it on my bottle. Now once you're done with one side, dry it completely, then go move to the other side. And in some places you can have a little darker shades, a little lighter shades, you can just play around. So this color blending technique is one of the easiest technique. Take up your colors, keep a water handy, and just keep on dabbing the colors with the water. It will just spread out naturally. So you just need to make sure that you dry it up on the right time and add the perfect amount of water. Now when I say perfect amount of water, it depends on what kind of look and feel you want. If you are happy with a darker shade, just dry it up there only. If you are happy with the lighter shade, just dry it up there only. And yes, that's how I do it. There is absolutely no perfect measurements or the quantity of the water in the chalk when I'm doing this technique, because this should look more natural rather than just textbook thing. So I just feel that adding a water should be your choice, that how much you wanted, how much colors you wanted, and then you blend it. Now usually for the color blending technique, I try to use a contrast colors, and Once my color blending technique is done, I'm going to dry this up completely. Now after doing this process, you need to seal this up with the varnish. That is very important. And why it is important, for that you check that link what I'm mentioning in the video description box of the live session, then you will get to know. So once my sealing work is done, and then here I'm using my massive stamp, and I'm just trying to make sure that I use varieties of stamp. Like here I have used my dot stamp, my grid stamp, and my script stamp. And stamping is very, very, very important. I just feel that they just make your project complete in every way. So a big thumbs up to Massive Stamps again. And yes, here I'm almost done with my project. So once my stamping work is done, I'm going to seal this up with the varnish, and my project looks absolutely gorgeous. And how beautiful and how natural this looks. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Just do let me know in the comment section that which was your favorite part. And thank you so much for watching, guys. Take care. Bye bye.